So the San Antonio Spurs just extended Lamarcus Aldrige on a 3-year, $72 million contract. Now, in my opinion, after last season, there was quite a bit of drama with Lamarcus Aldrige. He really did not seem to fit within the system of the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, him alongside Pau Gasol, in my opinion, just really is not a great fit in this day and age of the NBA. Both guys are not really the greatest defenders out there. And of course, Pau Gasol is pushing 37, 38 years of age. But this really, what this comes down to is the amount of money they are willing to pay Lamarcus Aldrige and over the course of time. And I really do think that is going to affect the decision of Kawhi Leonard within 2 seasons when he has a player option on his contract, guys. So actually looking at the team right here, man, Tony Parker will probably be the starting point guard next season still. Although who knows how healthy he'll be, who knows how many seasons he has left in him. Definitely way past his prime as a player. Danny Green has always been a good, 3-and-D type of player. Kawhi Leonard, top 5 player in the NBA, might even be top 3 depending on who you are talking to and having that discussion with. And then of course I talk about Lamarcus Aldrige and Pau Gasol. I really don't understand the mindset of giving that man that much money over that period of time. You have Rudy Gay who's on like a 1-year deal. I mean, he plays the same position as Kawhi Leonard, but I also do think he'll play the small ball 4 at sometimes. Patty Mills is a great point guard, man. Like, he's not a starting caliber point guard if you ask me. I guess some teams he probably could be, but I don't think he's like, I like him as a scoring backup 6-man off the bench, something like that. Ginobili's 40. He's got probably 1 more season left in him. Kyle Anderson, I do see good things happening for Kyle Anderson in the future. It's just when you play the same position as the MVP of Kawhi Leonard on this team, well, the MVP of the team, I should say, then, it makes your development really tough to do. DeJounte Murray, I think, is the point guard of the future. And you look at the rest of the team, man, I don't really see, like, a ton of great potential on this team, which really concerns me about that contract they gave Lamarcus Aldrige. Like, going straight to the player contracts over here, you look at it. Lamarcus Aldrige, I don't know if the money is exactly right. I know it's pretty close, but he pretty much has a 4-year deal going through the 2020-2021 NBA season. Now, you got Kawhi Leonard right here, who he has a player option in the 2019-2020 season, but you got to think about his mindset here, guys. Kawhi Leonard's going to be thinking, he's only got so many years of greatness. At this point, he'll be 28. He'll definitely be in his prime of basketball, usually that 26 through 28 range. Well, I guess you could probably say 28 through 30 is really the biggest athletic prime of an NBA player out there. So it's like, you look at the rest of the team after that season, like, who else do they have, man? They're not really, like, developing any players right now, and they're going to have to pay, for one, they got to pay a ton of money to keep Kawhi Leonard on this team, but for another reason, man, they're already paying Lamarcus Aldrige a ton of money, which really eats into the cap space, and like I said, they're probably going to decline the team option on Pau Gasol, but it's just, like, the development of this team, like, I really don't know where the money's going to come from to re-sign, or at least, should I say, sign new players on this team to team up with Kawhi Leonard. Because, like, yes, players will want to play with Kawhi Leonard at this point in their career, but Lamarcus Aldrige, man, I gotta imagine, like, if we're talking 2K ratings, within 2 seasons, he's gonna be around like a freaking 79 or 80 overall player if you ask me out there. Now, what I say, he's we got the 2018-2019 NBA season, so going into the 2019 NBA season, I actually have a little chart here that I'm gonna pull up at my end. Talk about the free agencies around that time. You got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony. Now, I will say, if Greg Popovich can somehow at this point convince a guy like a LeBron James or Kevin Durant to come play alongside Kawhi Leonard, maybe play a power forward position, yes, that'd be crazy. But at the same time, man, you also know that Greg Popovich is going to have to retire eventually. Greg Popovich going to, we'll take a look at him real quick here too, going to the system proficiency, one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in the NBA. But like I was saying, man, it's just like something about Popovich in recent years seems like he's not really developing players as he once was. So in my mind, I kind of think he has a plan in his back of his head of when he wants to retire. And I do think it's going to be this season. And just a poor choice is, re-sign Lamarcus Aldrige or extend him to that much money right there. Just makes little sense to me. I just don't see the development of this team right here. I see a lot of, bad contracts and just not really the capabilities to improve unless they can do it via free agencies. But that's people buying into the system of playing alongside Lamarcus Aldrige. And of course, they'll all want to play alongside Kawhi Leonard. It's just, I don't know where it's going to come from. You guys let me know in the comment section below what direction you think this Spurs team should go. I do think a big part of Kawhi Leonard's success has been Greg Popovich, but I can see if Popovich retired, Kawhi Leonard may be taking his talents to a different team.